So here's the Hurom juicer, and I'm going to pull out all the parts for the juicer today, and I'm going to see just how easy this thing is to assemble. So we have all our parts, and this is the smooth screen, and then this is the brush. The brush is to juice around, and here's your squeezer. All right. Over here, I have the container that holds the juice. It's a little discolored. It's really discolored because, as you can see, I've been getting a lot of use out of this juicer. A whole lot of use out of that juicer. And here, let's see, I'm going to get my top to the juicer. And let's see, wait, now, all my parts aren't easy. So I'm trying to grab everything as I go. And here is the juice container. Again, you can see all my parts are discolored. It's not a brand new juicer. It's about a year, maybe 2 years old. So over the years, it has become discolored. And so anyway, so this catches the pulp on the side. So I generally start by just taking those two pieces and sitting them right alongside the juicer. Let me get that out of the way so you can see what I'm doing here. I put these two right alongside the juicer. All right. And then I take my container here and I throw that in, and I pop this in. Actually, I do it this way first. Push that in, make sure it's nice and tight, and then I slide this in, and when you hear that little click, you know that it's stuck and it's ready to go. It's in place. All right, and then I take this doohickey, this squeezer, press that down. All right. Oh, there's one thing I forgot to do. There is a opener here. There's a gadget here that you use to open and close this. So I make sure I have to close that before I do anything. I think there's a piece of celery or something stuck. That stems from the celery. But you just close that up. Make sure it's nice and tight. Because if you do not close this, what will happen is your juice will spill all out the bottom of the thing. And then in turn, it will just run all down your juicer. Okay, so you get this in place. Well, first, I'm going to put this on top. All right, there you go. And now we are ready to go. We're ready to juice. Okay, so in a few moments, I'm going to come back and I'm going to start juicing. Okay, so we're ready to get started. This thing here obstructing your view is an English cucumber. Now the first thing I'm going to do, I've already prepped some beets. And I want you to see that you can use the entire part of the beet. Okay? I'm just going to cut that in some smaller pieces so that it fits right into my juicer. Reach back here, turn this baby on, and I'm going to get started. I like to do the beet first. Ooh, it's a little noisy. I like to do the beet first because I want to get all of the beet juice out of the juicer. So I feed other things in afterwards. Alright, so I have some other vegetables off to the side here. You know, I have some anise and carrots and peppers and greens. My usual thing, I have some ginger here. And I'm going to start to introduce my ginger to the juice. Alright. Get that in there. And over here I have turmeric, which is really, really good for you. So is the ginger, actually. Everything I'm using is good for you. I just cut them into little smaller chunks. Introduce that in. Alright. And this little weird thing is the tail of the beet. You can use every part of the beet. And you don't have to worry about the little roots coming off of the stem here because it all gets juiced up and your juice is really fine. Alright. So, I'm going to throw that in. Alright. I have a little plunger here. You know, when things get stuck, I just get that in there. Alright. Get this all in. I have the bottom parts of 2 different beets. My beets are really huge. I got them from Whole Foods, and they're very fresh beets. They're organic, and they're pretty big. I bought as big as I can find because I want to get the most out of the beet. And for my intents and purposes, is I think it's the older the beet is, the more health and nutrition it has in it, especially if it's a healthy beet. It could be an old beet and not be healthy, grown in, you know, pesticides and that sort of thing, and soil that has a whole bunch of runoff, and it could not be that good. So, but these beets are generally organic. Fruits and vegetables I use are generally organic. One thing I forgot to do, I generally take my the bottom part of my actually, this is the top part of my Vitamix, and I put a strainer. I have a strainer that I sit on top of here to catch the juice. So I'm going to sit that off to the side. Nope, that blocks the view of the juicer, so I'll just sit it over here. But, alright, so what I'm going to do, turn that off. I'm going to let you see what's coming out. Let's move the cucumber so you see the smooth, creamy texture of that beet juice. Okay? Lots of beet juice, right? And a couple, and this is pulp. That's really, this juicer, this is why I really like this particular juicer. I saw it online on YouTube, and I thought this is a great juicer. So I'm going to just chop up this cucumber here and start throwing it in. Alright, get it started. So I want to show you, this doesn't take very long at all. Once everything is washed and prepped and you're not talking, you can do this. I mean, you see it. As I'm putting it in, it's going straight through. It's not even, there's no wait time on this. Push it down a little bit. Make sure everything's getting in. Bam. And ready to go. And as you can see, there's still plenty of beet left inside the juicer. So I want to get all of that. That's why I run a cucumber through right after. And there's no set way that you have to do this. You know, you just do it whatever way you want to do it. I just like to run the beet through first. Now this is actually the only thing I'm going to have to chop. All my other fruits and vegetables are already chopped. Look at that. Awesome. And that's the cucumber. Alright, it's a very juicy fruit. Vegetable, rather. It's not a fruit. It's a very juicy vegetable. Makes plenty of juice. I love it. Okay. Gonna get that. There we go. Alright, let me get this out of the way because I am done. Oh no, I have a pepper, green pepper that I want to cut up and put in here. I'll just take the pepper, cut it in some chunks, and start to introduce that to the juice as well. And chunks don't have to be that small, but just small enough to fit through the spout. And you can see there's some foam developing in there, but it's all good stuff. All good stuff. There we go. And you know how we generally throw this part away? Nope. It gets thrown into the juicer. I use all my veggies. Alright. Put that out. Okay. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to bring this over here and show you what I do. I generally take the finished product and I pour it into this to strain it. Alright, so if there's anything left in the juice or if I dropped anything going in, it gets strained into here. That way. Still making it a really fine juice. And as you can see, there's still very little pulp. And that's the amount of juice that we have so far. So I'm going to keep moving because I don't want to have a lot of time. I am getting ready for work this morning. So this is what I try to do every morning before I go to work. I want to be on a diet because I do need to lose some weight. However, I'm more on a journey back to health. Now I'm going to introduce some greens, some kale greens to the mix. Alright. Just shove them in. Everything's all pre-cut and washed. You know, I've talked about it in other videos where I take everything, either once I buy it, and I prep it. And make sure that it's ready for when I want to use it. And there's an enormous amount of juice that you get from that. And I have 3 types of kale here. I have dinosaur kale, I have red kale, and green kale. And I want to get the juice of all of these. If there weren't any beets in here, there's a couple pieces that are cut as well. I'll just chop them up a little bit more. Good thing I left that chopper out here. That cutting board, rather, out on the deck. Oh, yeah. The squeezer is really getting all the juice out of those greens. Okay. And you can see the foam start to turn a little green. Okay. Alright. Now I want to introduce some anise. Help push those greens through a little bit. I have a couple pieces of anise I'm going to throw in here. Alright. Anise. I have some celery cut off to the side. Let's see this. And you can see that's starting to turn green. It's going to get a little greener as we go. Alright, add some more kale. Some celery. Dump this to show you how green it is from these vegetables here and how much juice I'm getting. They're a little more fibrous, a little more dense. So you're going to get more, well actually it's the celery that you're getting a lot of, those stringy fibrous things from the celery. And from the get my lemon ready and my lime. I have some apples to cut up. I'm going to put apples through here as well. Okay, let's see. Get this out. juices from the kale. Now look at that. So this juicer will juice wheatgrass, and it juices kale, greens. I mean, I've even put things like, what do you call that fruit, that vegetable? Oh, sugarfoot. I can't think of it right now, but I put all kinds of vegetables through here. And it really does a great job of squeezing out all the juice, and still you get very little pulp with the amount of juice. And cut the lemon up, put that in here. I don't like to cut them ahead of time. I like to cut them as I go. Alright, just throw that in. Bam, throw that in. Cut my lime. Okay. I was saying that I am on a healthy journey because I want to be more healthier. I have Hashimoto's disease, which is hypothyroidism, but it's a type of disease that I have. And so it causes me to gain weight and makes it kind of difficult to lose weight, especially on the SAD diet, the standard American diet. So I really am trying to change the way I'm eating, the things that I put in my body, and I need to get the nutrition into my cells that is so lacking because of the SAD diet. I don't get as much. I'm introducing some carrots to push that lemon through. The lemon and the beet through. I'm sorry, the lemon and the lime through. Right? And you can see that carrot shooting outside there, pushing everything out. So when it turns orange, carrot is generally the last thing I use for my juice. Okay. Put some more kale in there. Alright. With carrot is generally the last thing I use because when I see all orange, I know everything else is out. And since carrot is such a hard, dense vegetable, there we go. And in goes an orange. Get some vitamin C. Well, we don't want the paper. Alright. Get some vitamin C in here. So in goes some orange. Get that ready. Alright, here we go. We're going to feed this orange through. I want you to see what we get from the orange. It's going to be a little discolored. My strainer's getting clogged up over here. Got some carrots through. While my strainer, working on my strainer at the same time. Alright. I generally take the strainer and tap it in the sink to get some of the stuff off of it. The residue that's left over. Okay, let's just move this around real quick. Let's get this process out of the way. Add some more anise. Anise has a nice flavor to your drink. Some more carrots. Okay, I had to make a few adjustments. My plunger was getting a little clogged up. Now I have some apples in here, but I'm going to introduce my apple. I'm going to cut my apple up. Alright. Let's get this orange juice out of here. Alright. And you can see I use the whole thing. Nothing gets wasted because the chopper, the grinder grinds it all up so nicely that you don't have to worry about anything being left behind. The apple pretty much gives it a nice sweet flavor. Get another apple. And yeah, put at least 3 or 4 apples in. Okay. There we go. There we go. Got a little bit confused. What I was looking for. Okay. I'll turn that off for a few minutes. And what I'm doing now is I'm straining the juice that I just poured into the pitcher here. And once I'm done that, I'm going to bring out my jar. I have a little bit of juice that was already made from yesterday left over. I made about I made a 48-ounce juice and a 62-ounce juice yesterday, and so this is all I have left from that. And what I generally do once my pitcher gets too full, all right, let's tap this strainer off, and you can see that it's not that much stuff in the strainer, but I just like to run it through anyway, just to get some of that pulp out of there that's left behind from the juicer. Okay, push that off to the side, get this out of the way, and then I'm going to just pour this in to this jar here. And I pretty much already have a good bit of juice here. This is a 62-ounce jar here. All right, yeah. And there's that that's left in here. And then we have that 62 ounces here. So this is really enough for my husband and I for this morning, because I'll give him 32 and I'll have 32. But I'm going to just do a little bit more. Okay. I just like to have, I still have some in the pitcher too. Run some more celery through. And like I said, definitely want to get another apple in there. I don't know what that is. Could be a worm. I just get those things off. Like, yeah, you gotta go. Alright, put that to the side. Alright, push that down and out. Okay. I have to use a plunger for my apples. Time to the apple juice is really nice and smooth. Alright, put that into my pitcher off to the side here. And you're probably wondering, like, I got juice in the jar, and I have juice into the pitcher. I generally mix the two. I mix them now. I'm ending up here. So, you turn it off for a minute. And you can see that this is the amount of pulp with all that juice. It's not a lot of pulp at all. And it's very fine. It's very light textured. I mean, you know, there's nothing in there. But I'm going to run carrots through. So when the top of this gets orange from the carrots, then I know I'm done. Because I've gotten all of the other juices run through. So let's start that. And it's not going to take that many carrots to do that. There you go. It's coming through already. All right. Just with a handful of carrots. Run a couple pieces of celery through. It's a nice hearty vegetable. Give it a little bit more juice. Celery actually has a lot of juice. And now, I'm going to reverse it to run it back up the other way, and then bring it forward again. And reverse it, and then I do that so that anything that's stuck in there can go up and come back down again. Okay, there we go. All right, pour this over here. I'll get this stuff out of the way. Now, straining the juice. All right, just getting some things out of the way. Whew, now I'm going to mix the juice. All right. Hey. Okay. And there we go. All right. Whew. And there you have it. I still have lots of fruits and veggies left. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your juice. Okay, I decided to come back and finish off at work. So here I am at work, and here's my 32-ounce juice from the batch that I made. And I also have my Organifi. That's for when I run out of this juice. I'll go ahead and use Organifi. I have some moringa leaf here. I love this pure moringa leaf powder. It's organic. And I also have amazing wheatgrass, a super vitamin. So I'm going to use those things. That's pretty much what I'll be having for the day. I may have some oatmeal if I get hungry. I have some oatmeal that I bought from Whole Foods here. So I'm really trying to eat a lot more healthier than I have been. You know, I have a whole little stash of things here that I use, my green grasses, my moringa, that sort of thing. And I make sure I carry my bag with me everywhere I go. And I drink plenty of water. You know, that's one of the things that I have to do as well. Get plenty of water. You know, stay healthy, stay hydrated, stay fortified with all the fruits and vegetables and the vitamins and the minerals that I'm getting from this. I mean, it's much, much better than popping a pill and hoping that I get what I need. I know that I'm getting what my body needs by doing this myself And for those of you who think it's a hard thing to do, it truly is not. It took me longer, and it was about half an hour to make my juice, but it took me a half an hour to do that because I was stopping and taking my time and talking to you guys. Generally, I just go straight through the process and I move along very quickly. Cleanup was about 15 minutes. A half an hour after that, I was dressed and on my way to work, and it took me an hour to get to work. But guess what? I'm here and I'm safe and I'm happy and I have all the things that I need to sustain a happy, healthy life. Enjoy your day. Again, be blessed, be healthy, and keep juicing.